Yes, my name is Mohammed Haskali. I am a radiopharmaceutical scientist at the Peter MacCallum Cancer Centre in Melbourne, Australia. I love meditation and fly fishing. I have been doing that for a while. I am a serious meditator and a serious fly fisher as well, so I enjoy both of them. Well, I have a family member with multiple sclerosis, and I also believe that my research can make significant contribution to the treatment of MS. Yeah, so I'm not an MS researcher myself, but I'm a radiopharmaceutical scientist who thinks that his skills can be adapted nicely to the field of multiple sclerosis. So I'm not very sure about all the other cool research happening in this space, but I'm very happy to be a part of the MS research family, to become one. Yeah, so multiple sclerosis is a neuroinflammatory illness affecting more than 25,000 people in Australia. Currently, we do not have a sensitive or specific tool to diagnose MS relapse and distinguish the inflammatory phase from progressive forms of the disease. Positron emission tomography, which is a type of molecular imaging, it's a non-invasive molecular imaging, has a huge clinical potential in this field. In the neuroinflammatory foci of multiple sclerosis, there is upregulation of a protein that is known as the purinergic receptor P2X7. The well-established role of P2X7 receptor in MS-relevant neuroinflammation makes it a promising imaging target to monitor disease activity in real time. So P2X7 PET tracers have the potential to accurately visualize receptor expression of the microglia and the microglia activation and allow in vivo disease monitoring of inflammatory activity. Our project will focus on developing 4 candidates against P2X7 receptor for PET imaging, with the ultimate aim of improving MS diagnosis and therapeutic monitoring and patient management. The majority of patients, about 85% of patients with MS, have a relapsing remitting clinical profile, which progresses to secondary progressive. Up to 10% of patients with MS can have primary progressive course without clear evidence of relapses. The diagnosis of MS progression as well as diagnosis of MS relapse is based on clinical examinations supported by radiological investigations, including the use of magnetic resonance imaging, or also known as MRI. However, these current diagnostic tools have significant limitations in terms of sensitivity, and in many cases are unable to show contemporary inflammatory activity. Whereas positron emission tomography, also known as PET imaging, provides unrivaled sensitivity for non-invasive visualization and quantification of molecular targets in the brain. P2X7 has emerged as a bright target for PET tracers to monitor neuroinflammation in neurological diseases. Thus, P2X7 PET tracers have potential to accurately visualize receptor expression, microglia activation, and allow in vivo disease monitoring of inflammatory activity in MS. Well, I really enjoyed discovery work, so discovering new tools and new science, and I also often relate working in the lab to working in the kitchen, and I really enjoy cooking as well. So to me, it's a win-win, right? It's like, being in the lab is like being in the kitchen.